Now we're going to talk about what you need to get started. Of course, you need a pair of knitting needles, ones that have good hand feel, something that you like the way it feels in your hand. These are one of my favorites, they're bamboo. There's also needles that are plastic, which are really easy, but they bend. So a beginner may not want plastic, but they're really light, so if you don't want any weight in your hands, that's good. For beginners, it's probably easier to use metal because they're firm, and you won't be able to bend the stitches or slide too much. But remember, all needles are slippery for a reason, so you're going to have to be careful when you slide it on and off. And needles range in size from these little bitsy things that look like chopsticks. This is how I knit. Did you remember that beaded necklace, these beads on this necklace? I knit these beads on this really tiny needle, and I used a really thin yarn. To this poncho, poncho which I knit on, I think this was about a 12. See how it is very open? You can almost see me through it. To this drop stitch, which I knit on huge needles. I think I knit these on these 35s. So you go from something really, really tight, like the beads, wherever I threw those things, to something really loose, like this drop stitch scarf. And the bigger the needle, of course, the bigger the stitch, and the thicker, generally, the yarn you're going to have to use will be. Other accessories that you'll probably need when you get started knitting, but not unless you're really advanced, are these stitch holders. So sometimes a pattern will tell you to knit 10 stitches, put 20 stitches on a stitch holder, and then knit 10 more. And eventually, after the stitches are on the stitch holder, you're going to join everything up again, or you may not, and it just may be another side to the pattern that you're working. I found the stitch counter. And the good thing about this is that you don't need a pen or a pencil to keep track of the number of rows. And you stick this on the end of your needle like this. Boom. See, and then when you finish a row, you just twirl the number around. And if I can do it backwards, there. Now I knit 4 rows. And when I knit 5, then you twirl it around, you're on 5. So there you go.